Well, greetings, hello, and welcome to the 23rd installment. How you doing? Imperial Jedi, of course. Who else would it be? Not sure if that joke gets old or not, but hi, welcome in. How's the day treating you? Romy, hello there. Why does that have a, hotel motel? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's one of our buildings. Oh. Apparently we have lost an asset, eh? It might make me re-download it. Yes, okay, perfect. Subscribe to missing mod, yes. Perfect. Wait, what are more mods involved in the operation was not found? Oh. I'm not really sure what that means. Huh. Alright, well, we've lost one hotel. I can't quite remember where that was placed down. I think it was a downtown one. I think it was that white kind of square box one. Romy, how was your day? Happy Friday and pleasantries. Okay. New custom content as is tradition. Oh, goodness gracious me. So much to do, eh? MJ Haas, finally Friday. Let's go, dude. We have a lot to do. The flooding continues, eh? I want to say it's, like, better and worse, but definitely we're starting to, like, dry up here, so I feel like maybe the worst is over. And if nothing else, we have a nice big, like, you know, view, but oh my goodness, eh? Counting down till the end of the day. Well, we'll keep you company for part of it. David, it does seem a little bit less. But goodness gracious me at the same time, though, right? I don't even remember where we last left off. We just had so much on the go. Traffic is a little bit funky. I don't think it's, like, terrible or anything, though, but yeah, that's the building right there, eh? That's so funny. That's the building that broke. Yep. Huh. Well, makes it easy to spot, right? All right, well, where do we begin? I feel like today should be kind of like a little bit of everything, right? I don't think we're like neglecting really anything in the grand scheme, but at the same time, too, I feel like everything could use a little bit of like love right now, right? Let me just chuck this big old building in here. Yeah, if we could just fill in more of the downtown. I know it's kind of like an ongoing thought process. And then if we could just, you know, get a little bit more connection with our transit, that would make me happy. Oh, that's cool. It's like a mall. A little people thing on top. And then there are quite a few, like, icons, right? I think, like, number one, we can deal with some garbage. Yes, let's start with that, eh? Okay. And then just beefing up the small town a bit, too. Attaching into our industry. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So if this were a block. Perfect. No. Almost got it. There we go. Yeah, I think another, like, incinerator, or if we could maybe, like, the incinerator we have, if that could be upgraded. And then just in general, like, I think our small town just feels a little bit like it's lacking, you know? Okay, this was the random extra addition that we made to our metro. I don't know if we want to connect the back part. I think that's kind of fine. Not really winning any awards on beauty, but that's all right, you know? Oh, yeah. Let's dead end this road for the sake of just having maybe a bit more space for some, like, maintenance equipment. And then the funny thing I noticed, right, like last episode was our first episode with the new textures and all that stuff. We didn't really do very much with it, eh? We got a little bit bogged down by trying to fix the flooding, which kind of is fixed, sort of, right? All right, a little bit more connectivity in here. I like that. And then, yeah, where could we fit a garbage extension? So that's the original incinerator. Storage extension. Oh, okay. And then extra depots, space for garbage trucks. 75 vehicles. That's cool. Okay. Maybe that's stuff to buy us some time here. Because storage and processing is not terrifying. We're in yellow for processing, though. So that may not be sustainable, but... And then, I don't know, this is very radical, just crazy left field thought. If we were to start our second small town area, one, we'd have to buy quite a few tiles to get there. How much would that cost? The upkeep on this is going to be a bit, but this actually might be doable. We have 60,000 credits, or sorry, 60 million credits. Mr. Chase, hello. This is an 18.7 million investment right here. And if we look at our finances, still crushing it. Loans, none. Taxes are very healthy. And then, yeah, like industrial rail yard, minimal amount of anything that actually makes pollution. But like a new small town, I feel like we're all over the place, but suddenly this is what we need to do, eh? Davis, hello, welcome in. This would also be such a radical, if the Port of Washington went across here. This became a four-way interchange. Ooh, that's interesting too, eh? All right, I'm gonna go for broke here. Since we're all over the place, let's drop something very productive. Okay, well, talk to me for a second here. Do you want to scale down maybe and make this feel like a true small town that has like a highway that runs through the center of it? Yeah, let's go for like Americana small town, where like Main Street is kind of divided by, you know, the rail and the highway. Make that a little bit closer to the rail. That's a yes. Let's go. Oh, a train. So it means like level crossings for like the rail and for some of the highway stuff. Otherwise, I could see that as being like, you know, that could function for us. Davis, is your house sold? You moving to Maui? Like, I don't know. I don't think so. No, not yet, eh? Okay. This is fun to look at. This was a nice little interchange, eh? Maybe you did good with that. Had a second showing yesterday. Fingers crossed. It's so crazy because, like, the Vancouver market, if you're priced aggressively, like, you will be on... Like, you won't even list it. You know what I mean? Someone will be at your door already being like, I'll just buy it. And you'll be like, oh, okay. Same with, like, Sharana. There's not really, like, a lot of factors that make, like, the price or the availability, like, go down, you know? It's just such a high demand always. Steven! Buongiorno. Not here. Yeah, my sister lived in Digby, Nova Scotia for a bit, and they had a terribly hard time trying to sell their house when they wanted to move. And they had like a historic old house too. Steven, how we doing, eh? You know what? I feel like this highway would do better on the other side of the rail, just for the sake of like the curvy here, but that's a buyer's market. You want that ideally. Like fundamentally, you do want it to be a buyer's market because that's like, you know, better in the long run, but like, you know, you as a seller, you're like, oh, sure, Jedi, that sounds great. Just a tough time to, you know. Not for everyone, though. So I feel like, you know, you'll figure it out. Just the in-between stress is no fun, so I feels for you. Steven, I didn't know how to start today's episode. I kind of thought we'd be downtown, but my brain's telling me that we actually have to start our new small town to help out with garbage pickup. And then cry about the flooding later, right? And I'm turning this interchange here into like a four-way. The fact that you're not in any rush, that's a fantastic part too, eh? Downtown? Where all the lights are bright? Downtown, George, just like the song says. Oh my god. Jadizzle, hello and welcome. I see you next week, rumor has it. Okay, so that can be a bridge that gently loses some elevation. And this becomes somehow the coolest interchange ever. Oh, that's ambitious. Somehow, that would be fun, right? I like that. And then I think we're still technically Porter Washington Parkway, right? Or is Porter Washington Parkway and then Porter Washington something? Or do we have a different named highway? The Dominic DeCoco Expressway, right? Bravo. No one gets that joke but Steven and I. Oh, that's cool. I always like it when the game, like, does it correctly. It doesn't, like, anarchy jank, you know? Gorlami. The Gorlami Expressway. Oh, my God. Steven, literally no one would get it. The Gorlami Bridge. People are like, I don't... And then one person, like, years later would be like, oh, I just watched that movie. Oh, I get it. You guys are weird. To which we say, takes one to know one. Come on. Let's estimate that. I think I'm like one tile click away from that helpful line coming in there. So, like, yeah, talk me through this, everyone. Do you think this works? Like, that would be Main Street. We have cute little small town with just, like, the one, in air quotes, Main Street, and then one side street behind it. And then we have people on this side, and then we have industry on the far side. And this can be, like, rail yard. And then it can kind of be, like, a town that eventually connected to this and became its own little, like, you know, the greater Lakewood area, you know? Yeah, I don't dislike that, eh? I am open to thoughts, though, because sometimes, you know me, I'm just too close to the project. And I'll see it differently, and you'll be like, oh, no. No, Jedi. I'll be like, really? No, brother. Oh. So, effectively, just a simple cloverleaf style? Or what are we doing here? Oh, man. If we cloverleaf this, that would be cool. I was going to make like a stack interchange, but I think a cloverleaf would make more sense, and it might look kind of cool because it's on like a little bit of an angle. Well, you guys ponder the small town stuff, and I'll just see if I can get this working. Let's start from the uppies, and we'll go down that way. Downtown. I'm in my head now, eh? Okay. And then, okay. Also, if you guys, like, I don't know if you'll believe me, I didn't download a single new item, eh? Civic! What up, man? Civic, there's a lot going on, dude. All good stuff. I don't even know where to begin right now, you know, but I have that feeling where there's, like, not enough time in the day, not enough days in the week, you know? And I'm starting to feel like that mod isn't really the one I want. I've had a few signs kind of pop up in spots where you're like, here is one of them, you know? The network tool, I should have downloaded that one, dude. That would make what we're doing right now so much easier, eh? Yeah. But then, I don't know, I like the challenge, and, like, there's something to be said about, like, you know, like, I built it. Oh, was that, like, AI? No, I did it. Oh, well, it sucks. Oh, you're right. Yeah, that feeling of, like, you know, the accomplishment, right? Like the people from Blizzard, you know? You have a mobile phone, don't you? Yeah, node controller early access is what you want. Yes, Mr. Chase, someone else mentioned I have to get the early access part of it, not the other one. I love it. I have too many mods. The mods are starting to take over, which is good. We kind of, like, knew this would happen. I advocate for better vanilla before the mods kind of, like, do what they do, but the mods be doing what they do. And if that's what it takes to get people back into the game, that's what it takes. But I feel like it's a really good balance right now between the developers and the modders. Like, no one feels like they're stepping on each other's toes, working on the same project differently. That was me earlier, Mr. Chase. I remembered. I remembered. Good job, Jedi. Thanks. This is so dangerous. Can you imagine in real life a no barrier? I wish the game gave you barriers for the one roads like this. If I could just, you know, sneaky beaky. I keep forgetting that these are vanilla, because that's actually kind of nice, eh? All right, well, step by step, let's piece it together. We appreciate you keeping us company. I'll try not to be too all over the place, but I do feel like I am today. Yar, that's nice, eh? Looks like most of the interchanges in Detroit, Americano, Detroit, Rock City, were the home of the cars, you know? That's all good, I think, right? I like Detroit. Detroit had a bad, you know, bad few years, but Detroit's kind of like back, you know? Oh, so nothing new? I don't believe I'm as bad for distractions over here compared to, say, Twitch, but I do have my days where I am kind of like, you know, are you okay today? Like, yes, I'm fine, thank you, you know? Why? Well, you've been building the same interchange for 3 hours and you haven't finished it. Be like, oh, yes, well, you know. Is everything okay at home? You know, it's like, yes, it's fine. Get a barrier wall and then move it to the middle. The barrier wall doesn't really exist as a, like the sound barrier one has to go on like the lower level, which is also kind of like annoying. But then it's a static, it's not really like a floating piece. It belongs to the wall now. And also this is like, ugh. I could probably find like a prop or something, but like, yeah, it doesn't really work, unfortunately. I will say, like, since the beginning, the good does outweigh the bad for this game. Like, the road tools alone are enough to push me out of CS 1, but I was kind of hoping for, like, almost an entirely different system for highways and control and, like, you know, road making and lane marking. Chris! Yo, what up, dude? Chris, the new update, also a bangerang. I'm glad they're starting with some simple visuals and some optimization. And I was just saying, like, it feels like they're not really, like, interfering with the modders. Like, the two of them are kind of, like, working together. They're not, like, overlapping and working on the same project that'll be kind of, like, pointless. But yeah, it's a very, like, beautiful. Like, the look of the game is so dramatically different now, right? And you can see, like, the... I haven't even done very much yet, right? This is just, like, generic default vanilla texturing. And then if we go into our surfaces, or terraform, sorry, we have new surfaces we can apply. And so we're lush, let's say, like, near the water, right? We can just do a little bit of overlap. This is so gentle and so simple, but it was just something that was missing. And it's such a simple, do you know what I mean? It's so minuscule, but so, like, weighted properly, right? A little bit of dry on top. Oh, the snow caps. Oh, if this was tall enough to get that, that'd be cool, right? And then, like, you know, making a beach. That was also a suggestion from, like, many moons ago to have a beach on our little tourist island here, eh? That's cute. It's simple but good, you know? And I think it's kind of like good for the overall, for them to just kind of keep hitting home runs with the updates. And then the best news is it did not break old saves, which has been like a massive point of stress for like the community, just in general. You know, an update comes, a big mod changes, and you're like, ugh. And so with Cities 1, it's kind of felt like your cities were on, like, you know, a time budget, whether you liked it or not. Where Cities 2, it's kind of like, nah, we can push forward. Is there a way to toggle on or off the road builder menu? What do you mean by that, eh? Because when I say road builder, I just mean like the generic, like what we're doing now, and like being able to go over top of like roads and continue over. Yeah, don't break the saves. No, that was stressful in Cities 1 era. I'd make the argument, if we can only have the 5 on the one side, maybe the other side is better for the merge. Oh, the box to the left. Oh, well, part of this is because of my Anarchy mod. So, like, Anarchy has, obviously, like, Anarchy features, but it allows you to do this now. And that's, like, the generic road service upgrade that sometimes would bork out. You can now force that a lot better. So, Anarchy should be vanilla base game. Hipster, it is not, unfortunately. We'll see if we have time, otherwise a makeup day, but today we got some Baldur's Gate. Unless that falls through, then you're on, you know? Hipster, also, good day. Hello, welcome in. But yeah, the fact that this box can't be shrunken or moved, I feel like that's kind of like the state of Cities 2 right now. It kind of feels like, oh, maybe it's placeholder. Maybe they have to finish one more thing before it's like in its final version, right? Yeah, the fact that that's not like customizable just kind of feels like, well, that's just Cities 2, I guess. I bet I could start and finish Red Dead before you finish it. Probably. But also remember, it's not worth anything to me to finish it. It's kind of a meme to not finish games, sir. Oh, there. Hey, what's going on? How's she going? Welcome in. Oh, that's a nice curve. Oh, and then the autosave worked it there for a second. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Very good. And so, yeah, like the 5-lane for the mergey in, I think that's safer. I think you guys are okay just to kind of like break on out of that. So the build agenda today, I kind of felt a little bit all over the place, and I wanted to do some filling into the downtown. But then I was getting a bit funked out by all of the garbage icons. And so we did a slight expansion to this guy. And then I kind of thought, like, if we add more to here, it'll feel a bit too crowded. Like, the incinerator plant is very big. And so I thought, like, another point of collection on the outskirts. And then I was like, oh, yeah, wait a minute. We're going to do a small town at some point. And then so, like, highway access, get yourself around the map really quickly. So we're starting with a highway. And we're going to just maybe do a simple start for our little secondary small town here. And it's going to be classic Americana, where, like, the city's divided by, like, the rail and the highway. And we're going to try to do, like, industry over here. And then the people over here. And then some ground crossings, maybe a couple bridges. And this has now turned into us, like, you know, changing this into a 4-way, which is awesome, but challenging. But awesome. But challenging. The merge lane should be a bit longer. If you make them too long, other traffic is going to jump in and then use that as, like, I'm going to go around the stop vehicles. I can do this, though. This is also 5x5. I don't have a 6-laner, which is annoying. And I think we need to, like, also see the highway in action before we can kind of be, like, too judgy on what we need to fix it. Otherwise, that's cool. That's not bad. That's, like, a cool-looking clover. A little bit disfigured, but so was Phantom of the Opera, and he was a gentle giant, right? What are you saying? I don't know. Leave me alone. I like Phantom of the Opera. One with Gerard Butler. I like that film adaptation of it. TGIF, baby. Damn right. Yes, that's okay. Oh, holy heck, guys. We're 23 episodes into this series, I believe, now. What can't I read about, eh? Wait, TFGIF? Is that a thank effing God? That's language. I can't say that on the internet. The YouTube police will come after me. No one's going to want to advertise their sticks of butter if we're saying the F-bombs, right? Won't someone please think of the shareholders? Oh, thank fugging. Fugging sounds even... That sounds almost worse, eh? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't bring that kind of language in here. Oh, sorry. Close. Zeldair, in real life, it is my birthday in 10 days. And I have friends coming from, like, the Twitch world. They're coming to visit, and we're going into the woods, and we're going camping. And that is going to be tremendous. I should go down just a little bit, right? There it is. Okay. Kind of works with our... Yeah, see, why didn't they give us a 6-lane? I could put in the actual road, but then we lose the highway speed limit right here. That would solve my lane issue, though, right? But the highway drops from... Yeah, it's a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit difference there. Let's see how it performs before we make up our mind here. But this is kind of what I was saying, like, where I feel like they got it right and wrong with the roads. Like, I should be able to kind of have, like, a default Dan road builder in vanilla, where I can build these, like, hybrid roads. And then you could pick, like, what deck and all that stuff goes on top and below it, right? And I'm a bit of a broken record, because I think I said this a few times before, too, right? But by the end of, like, the Cities 1 life cycle, they had a road editor built into the game, but it was a little bit, like, janky. Yeah, I know there's mods for that, and I don't... Like, obviously, you know me, I'm not opposed to using mods. We have the quadrillion mods running already, but I don't think everything needs to be a mod. And before the mods get, like, you know, taking over, more stuff should be better in vanilla. And then, like, you know, heaven forbid, right? Like, you're out and about, you don't have your internet, you can only play single player, you want to download a new mod, you can't, or, like, you know what I mean? It shouldn't just always have to be a mod. Not the end of the world for it to be one, but... This looks cool. Yeah, kind of, eh? Huh. Do you know what this is reminding me of right now? This interchange, I think, aged beautifully. Because in the heat of the moment, I thought it was so ugly and so dumb and served no purpose, but it's so cool now. Especially with a baseball diamond, right? I'm seeing, like, that same, like, huh. These oblong shapes of yours are very familiar. Like, oh, yes, 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 yes. That is wild, dude. Especially this is going to be, like, in the, you know, the Old Town part of city. This should be built up with the skyline height not being as dramatic as this. But we should get some more height through here, especially with, like, the stadium and the train station. I think at some point I'm going to exhaust the workshop for, like, skyscrapers. And I just remembered, again, right now, I never remember until I'm, like, making the content, right? But I still didn't put in the skyscraper pack. That, like, extra DLC. Oh, for heaven's sake. One day I'll remember. Yeah, one day. Today is not that day. No, it is not. I'll take it. It's so oblong. I'll take it, though. Yeah, okay, sold. That would be kind of crazy, though, if for, like, one of the future, like, you know, announcements for, like, development, they had, like, an easy and hard mode for traffic, where you could start doing your own lanes, start doing your own traffic lights, do your own, like, you know, roads. You know, a 4+1 asymmetrical that has, like, a tram lane or something. Otherwise, yeah, what do you think they have next planned? The old Ice Flake people, eh? We're talking about, like, the lack of a roadmap, whether that's good or bad. I'm kind of the thought that it is good, because you have less, you know, negative expectations, right? Just kind of, like, take it as it comes, but... That's better. Yeah, something like quality of life or something like performance-based, right? And then the, like, you know, the random other question, right, is like, what in the heck is happening with the DLCs, eh? John Mary, what up, dude? Love how you use the 2-lane roads for the interchange. I like it too because it adds for the curve kind of like nicely. And in real life, it's not impossible to think this is how it would be, right? There might be a barrier though for extra safety, but it'd be cheaper than building like 2 bridges or whatever, right? That's kind of what I mean though, right? Like give me the option to add the barrier. Give me the option to like create this however I want, right? Like what if I wanted like a little under truss? Or like a little above suspension part, right? That just kind of like bugs me, you know? That's a 2-lane. Like this is beautiful, right? Like why can't I have those things underneath, you know? Terrible example. But yeah, something like that, right? You know? Why can't that exist as a 4-laner? That is so weird, but I think it's exactly what I want though. I might make that a better curve, realistically. But I do think, like, my favorite thing to do in cities, too, is just build highways. If this was my job, just, you know, professional CS2 highway designer. Look, make something symmetrical, but I can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know how your grandpa likes to do the New York Times crossword? Your old Jads here likes to do the old highway connections. You're like, what does that even mean? What does that even... I don't... Who are you, you know? John, you staying cool, dude? This heat wave is no joke, eh? If you're stuck in Europe right now, you have my sympathies for the heat. That's a bit better. It looks like it was a clover that got smooshed a bit, eh? Alright, well, $1 million question. Is anybody going to use it? Well, no, because, like, there's nowhere to go. Yeah, it's true. It's me. I'm the grandpa. I love it. I have a very extensive collection of old man cardigans. Now, where the heck would you just suddenly deliver this, eh? I guess, like, maybe straight line. I don't know if that's super boring or not, but... The fact that that's 180, that's 180, that's 180. Do you, who do I believe right here, eh? Bet you can't press, like, control or something to line it up and lock it in. This feels a little bit boring, but I don't think that's bad, though, really, right? Carpenter, I kind of am, eh? I used to live in the old folks' home back in Chilliwack. The unofficial old folks' home. It wasn't actually one, but it was right on the outskirts where, like, quite a few old folks' homes were. And so we would get, like, spillover. So the average age in my building was, like, 65. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's real. It's not boring. That's true. We don't need, like, roller coaster every highway. I also want to see people use this, right? Why does that look so hideous? What in the heck? What on earth are you on? I am very confused why that's being weird. Maybe we can just push the node back. Yeah, why does that look like wrong? I don't know how to describe it. I feel like it's too tight. That's been fixed. That also doesn't look right though. Okay, that's better. I'll leave it. I feel like it is a process, and I'm getting a bit, like, better at, like, what order to build this in, but I'm still kind of, like, surprised at how many steps it takes to do stuff in Skylines, even with the mods. But then you can't, like, rush this perfection if this is really what you're after. Not that this is, like, perfect, right? But... oh, that means because of our camping, y'all, next week we're going to have no streams. I'll have to make a little post about that. But it'll give people a chance to get caught up, which is cool. We still have quite a few hundred people that are very diligent in checking out the stream, which makes me very happy. I also have a slew of people that I don't even know if they know that we're back yet, you know? Oh, my days. What am I gonna do with myself all week? I know, eh? Well, you know what they say, a little absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? Maybe you'll miss me even more. Due for a recharge though, genuinely. And milestone birthday, that's cool, eh? This still feels like it's off, doesn't it? What have you done? I don't know, man. I have no idea why that's being funky. I didn't do it, I swear. Ah, she's fine, don't worry. I wonder if it looks off because road curves IRL ease into the curve instead of being a constant curve. I don't know. There's some that are designed to be a constant curve, though. Like, in real life, you do actually get, like, perfect symmetry, where the people with the little laser lines and stuff, they gridded out, are very correct. But then I feel like so much stuff in real life is just built kind of, like, you know, organically based on necessity, right? Like, would this have been the original design? Probably not, right? And if we had one highway that kind of was a little bit off from the other, like, you wouldn't be able to do perfect symmetrical lines. I think the goal would be, like, don't tip your truck over. Go as quickly as you can, but don't, like... yeah, I don't know, like, speed, you know? I don't know. There's just something to be said. And even this one here, this is off by one little bit. But it still looks pretty good. But technically, these two here, if you look, they're not actually correct. I didn't realize that until I was looking back after when I was building it. But it, like, assigns character almost, right? So I don't know. And then over where I am, like, the hills make it so challenging sometimes for interchanges. So these kind of, like, you know, they sit where they fit, basically, right? How's the flooded area? She's, like, better and worse. I still don't really know how to, like, diagnose this. It looks better, but it also looks worse. But then... I did remove the water sources, right? So we're just kind of like hanging out here as it evaporates. How is traffic over here? Oh my gosh. This is still a write-off. I added some more parking, by the way, after stream on Tuesday. This place is mental for how many people come here. More parking. That looks worse? Oh no. Well, I mean, there's not much I can do. Let's, like, go back an episode, right? But it's not affecting the city. It looks kind of cool. We're just going to give it more time, I think. And then that's also another yikes. And then Zelda, when I'm driving, sometimes you just kind of feel that the angle is so perfect. You don't have to adjust your wheel, you know what I mean? You stay the same speed. Like, everything just feels nice, eh? That's cool. Look, people are using it. Bro, no way. No way. Look at that. That's cool. Hello, bus. Cute. We've been playing enough Forza to know that you want a nice clean line to like slide around, you know? Oh, that's cool too. What? That's so cool. That's actually gonna help traffic tremendously. This is gonna remove some bottleneck congestion points here. Yeah, look at how weird the highway is over here. Well, I will miss you guys next week. Write me comments. Give me stuff to catch up on. Don't party too hard, you know? Take a break next week. I have friends from the Twitch side of the world coming in, and we're going to go camping. And it's my 40th birthday. Peter! What up, dude? I have an idea of... I'm not going to dox you, but I have an idea. Romy, you have an idea too, maybe? That human name confirmed? You have a human name? Hmm. Yeah, my birthday is on July 6th. We're going to be in the woods. Be back the week after. Duh. Well, there you go. Apparently I do know you then. Yeah, Romy's coming, J Diesel's coming, Peter's coming. It's going to be a grand old time. I literally can't believe it. It's our second annual like camping trip as a squad. It's going to be too much fun. And we rented a mini bus that's been converted to kind of like a little camper style. And we're bringing the kitty cats too, so they can be safe. Peter's in here, though. That's true. Peter's out here, man. Ah, that's so cool. We just built ourselves a highway, dude. Can't wait for the 3rd annual. It'll be fun, too. Start planning early. Yes, dude. That is so cool. All right. So we're connected. We're bringing traffic. Let's get the small town, like, secondary main street. The one that kind of, like, matches the highway. The arterial road, as it were. Human names are a little bit weird, aren't they? Does this one have like an intersection? We wanted to have some crossings. This is going to be like small town highway. Subject to change. Let's see here. Very small town to have like a level crossing on your like main highway and like...
This is an emergency broadcast to all...
Oh, is this a tornado? Is this a tornado? Oh my god. Oh my god. Steven, it's weird when I say Steve, you know? Unless it's Poisson Steve. Steve! I still can't make up my mind, but I do believe the texturing is better for the... For a few months, he called me Gromy. I did. I did for like a hot minute, yo. You can see how I would be mistaken, though. You're like, no. Well, let's see, well, no. All right, I can live with this. We're probably going to want a bridge, though, for the sake of, like, the emergency vehicles and stuff to get across, right? Like, one bridge, and the rest is, like, level crossing. Yeah, if you guys want, like, join our Discord for, like, anyone who's listening, right? It's discord.gg/Imperial Jedi. We used to be part of the partner program, so we got, like, a custom link, which is, like, a little bit of a flex, you know? The partner program has since disappeared, but fond memories of it. Always a fan of Discord. I think Discord's, like, a good place, though, to bridge the two worlds, you know, our Twitch world and our YouTube world. And you can post some photos, hang out with a squad in there. We're going to be doing a movie night soon. And I think when we're back from camping, we might try the an extra day on the YouTube side of the world. Oh, I crashed my game. Huh. You know what's funny? This is only the second time this has actually happened. I do have autosave on, but we've been actually building here too, so... Oh no! Well. Uh-oh. No, it could be worse. It could be worse. This is actually a good moment here to drink some coffee, right? Nobody panic. I'll panic enough for all of us. Get good. Listen, all right? All right? Phenomenal coffee. So at worst, you know, we maybe lost a couple minutes here, but we know what we're doing. Have to rebuild that whole highway? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No, I don't think we need to do that, right? Romy, relax. Exactly. So there, I'm nervous for the kitties just because, like, I want them to be safe, but we're going to build, like, a little habitat for them, a little catio. They're going to have their little safety harnesses on. They're always going to have, like, a little lead. They're going to have some, you know, little tarpies so they're not being spotted by the eagles and the hawks and all that, you know? We'll keep them as safe as we can. But they're really going to enjoy it. And we just didn't know, like, what to do. You know, put them in, like, a kennel or have someone come check out. We'd be too stressed and worried, right? And they are adventure cats. We bring them to the park and stuff. So they're used to being, like, oot and a boot. Now, the only thing I will say, for a point of negative criticism with the last update, holy smokes, does it take a while for your game to load now, eh? Did you say a catio? Indeed. They're very precious cats. They're still kittens, but they're getting big. So we'll take lots of pictures, lots of memories. I also feel like this is workshop content as well, but it's not quite as bad. I think CPP made a video where it was like 10 minutes of, like, you know, fast forwarding. It was still loading. So who knows, right? But did you figure out the flooding yet? Not really, Yang. The nodes were removed, so no new water is going in. I'm hoping this evaporates, but I've kind of let that be for the moment, though. It's not, like, disrupting the city, luckily. And our game just crashed, so I'm booting it back up here. Guys, good moment, too, if you could. Hit the like button. Double check. I'm sure you're following if you're you know, you're here, right? But you never know. It's a mod that allows you to buy more tiles of land. Yeah, I don't know if that's, like, the way to fix it. Like, I'm not ready to experiment with that just yet. I do want more space fundamentally, though. Just waiting for the virtual texturing to finish. There we go. Then the autosave. No way! Oh, no. Really, eh? Oh, no, that's fine. I thought that was the, That's fine. That's fine. I thought that was, like, the highway... interchange we just built. That's the bridge going over the small town. Okay, we're fine. I expect photos of the camping kitties. We should make a little vibe check video too. A little tour of the campsite. I love how for Skyrim and Oblivion speedruns, they don't pause the timer when the game crashes. That's wild. You know, I'm one of those people, I have like maybe 45 minutes of gameplay time in Skyrim. When it came out, I was like, oh, cool. You know, I played, and I was like, oh, this is fun. A little bit overwhelming. There's dragons. This is nifty. I'll boot it back up when I've got some, you know, some free time or whatever on my hands, right? That was like 27 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, when did Skyrim OG come out, right? It's been 84 years. Oh! Interesting. It's the Move It. That's what crashed the game. I was trying to undo my, Huh. So Move It is a little bit uncooperative sometimes, eh? Oh, you know what? One hot second. I've gone beyond our playlist here. I have the, like, please continue. The Smart Shuffle. Let me go to our Surviving Mars. We're, like, very discombobulated today, eh? That's okay. Helps appreciate the days where you're not. That's true. But also, oh my god. Surviving Mars. Perfect. Great soundtrack. I have this soundtrack on a vinyl, which is cool. Silver. Hello? Have you updated it? What, the Move It mod? I believe. Zeldair, you're a gem. I appreciate you. Have a great day at work. I'm tempted to do a little bypass or something, eh? I don't know. I don't think this is bad. And the goal of the small town is to kind of have the small town feel to it. This is a very small town-esque thing to have, right? I almost feel like we should just build this all willy-nilly, so we're not worried too much about the symmetry of it, eh? Alright, well, we're not getting any younger. That's true. All right, committing. Let's go. Oh, Yang, let me show you the flooding, eh? Did you see that the latest update? There's a retro rewind update. No, I've not played that game in a minute, dude. I have my, like, super grand save still on the go. We've got somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 VHSs. Yeah, see, I don't know, man. That looks better, right? I think that's now better. But then this looks worse. I don't know. I really don't know how to... I don't know, dude. If it gets to the point where the game is crashing every 2 minutes, then I think we've done something bad. But if that's just kind of idling in the background... let her be, right? But officially, I did not download any new mods between our last episode and today. 402, the letter B. To be or not to be. Did we hear from Dr. Duck, by the way? That side looks nicer than the other side, eh? And I think we should do like a rail yard right here. That would be kind of cool. That's better. Maybe one more pillar if we could. 1 p.m. works perfect. I can't tell you how excited I am for this, eh? Oh, that's cool. I yearn for Baldur's Gate. Same, dude. I'm gonna be armed with a little bit of knowledge now, because Panda and I are, like, further than we are. And just, like, literally the sheer difference between our playthroughs. And I have the desire now to, like, do my own run on the old Twitchosphere, but... Curious as to why that one's, not connected, eh? You can now rent out VHS players. So that's cool. I remember that being a thing back in the day. I remember as well you'd rent like a game console. I remember renting the what was the Virtual Boy? That was such a wild... You know the old school headset that was like old school VR for Nintendo? You could play like tennis and stuff? The map extension, big map. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I think I would try it, but... Used to remember Nintendo games. Oh, that's classic. Who didn't? You know what I'm saying? Okay, then if that one can go... Holy moly. These two go together. Okay. Also, CT, what up, man? I remember, too, when it was a brand new console with my uncle, we rented a Sega Saturn for the weekend. And we could play, like, what was it, like, Time Cop, I think? Like, you know the classic Sega stand-up, like, arcade, you know, console... whatever they were called, things, the cabinets, like playing those games at home. That blew my mind. That was so cool, eh? Not only can you remove the floods, but you can now develop new things. Sure, I know that, but like, will it really solve? And then also, like, I'd like to know why this is happening. Like, I kind of like to understand a bit more about the games. Like, if this is a real problem that can be reproduced, like, I'd like to know why. I think part of the experimentation phase could be buying more tiles to see if that solves it. But then if we buy more tiles, would that not just push the flooding further out? We're going to leave it for the moment, only because it's not, like, disrupting the whole city. But something will happen down there. Yeah, this is cool. It's just a decent amount of traffic, though, eh? So let's say you guys can turn right more quickly. I wish this game was cheaper to buy. Get it on sale. This is one of those games that, like, if you like it, the sheer volume of time you will spend playing, you can justify any price point. Like, if these guys wanted to, they could charge $100 US for this game, and it'd be a no-brainer. I'm happy they don't, though. The catch is it has to be up your alley. Otherwise, you're going to put, like, 15, 20 hours in and be like, okay. But for, like, Cities 1, I got to 16,000 hours, which is, like, Jesus Louises. And then for Cities 2, I'm at just shy of 1,200. So it's a little bit of a, like, not as much playing of this one. But if you, like, I did get this game for free, so I can't be like, oh, the price miles per miles and stuff, but my value proposition for this game is insane. And it's such a weird one, too. We're talking about this on Twitch, right? Like, things are a little bit disproportionate right now, right? So, like, what even is a value proposition for a game? Like, we're arguing effectively the cost of a tank of gas, right? Like, I can burn a tank of gas in an afternoon, you know what I mean? If the same price of that is a video game that can last me for, like, months or years, it's like, I don't know, it just feels everything's, like, weird, right? Dom, we just had our first tornado. You missed it. We had a game crash as well. Number 2 for the whole series. And then Dom, out of nowhere, this is a very, like, long-winded, like, how did we get here? But we looked over here. We saw some flooding, felt some stuff, a little bit confused, didn't know what to do. Saw some icons, and I was getting a little bit funked by the icons, And I thought, you know what? Let's do a little bit of fixing of that before we build the city up. And so I wanted to add another incinerator to here, but then I thought it'd be, like, a bit busy. So I expanded the upgrades on this one. Those upgrades have been purchased. And I thought, like, you know what? If we had garbage collection on another part connected to highway, that would help out, right? And so now we're starting with our laying of the foundation of our little small farming town here. And we're going for, like, classic Americana style, where, like, the main road is kind of like the highway dividing us in half. I'm tempted to even scale this down. Yeah, road and rail divide our city. Industry on one side, people on the other. Very cute, very farming. So that's kind of like where we're at right now. And I'm just monologuing hard trying to get this built. And then the airport. The airport can go in between maybe, eh? Ooh. I like it. I like it too. I do like how we just sometimes, like, I will literally start the episode in my mind with, like, a thought and a process and, like, where we're going to end up. And I'll sometimes just, like, curveball us. Like right now, for example. And this is fun for me. This is why I sometimes enjoy, like, the live process versus the pre-recording. Because if I don't like what I'm doing in the pre-record, I'll literally just end and then start again. And act like I didn't do that. And you'll be like, oh, you're some kind of professional. You always seem to, like, know where to build the stuff. And it's like, yeah. Speaking of airports, I just posted my itinerary. Let's go. Flies into Vancouver, Washington by accident. I have 106 hours in Cities 1, so I think I would get more out of this. But it's $35 on sale. Oh, that's a good price, dude. Like, $35 is really a really good price for this game. All these icons. Yeah. We know about the icons. This is so cool just to look at. It's so simple, though, eh? But then why are you doing this? The cars could come from either, but they come from here just to go on the highway. Jake, what up, dude? By sometimes do you mean all the time? Often enough. Often enough, eh? All right, so industry starting us off. A train station. Oh, yes. Cute idea. Little train station here. I want it on the people side, though. You know what's so funny? In hindsight, now I wish I left like a smidgen more room, eh? Oh, for Pete's sake. The temptation is to like make that into this so we could zone off it. That almost fits. Let's do this. We can run it like right behind with enough room to get through that intersection. Senyak accidentally flooded the city Skylines City for his series, so he let the flood around, or in the roundabout, named it after, and he called it the Flood. The thing, though, is like the water evaporates, though, Yang. So you can make like lakes and stuff that way, but like eventually it'll be like a desert, though, you know? Well, so you gotta roll with it, right? Gotta make it seem like it was an accidental on purpose, right? I know Senyak. Alright, the goal would be enough room to queue a train, so we're not blocking there. And maybe that one just goes like that. My other thought too, right? Like, if we do end up adding more tiles, it just kind of changes, you know, how we've been planning the border end. But, like, I wouldn't mind having a bit more, yeah, especially, like, right in here, eh? That can kind of further on. No, it's a desert city. Even more contrast. And the flood never dried up. This is cities 1 or cities 2? Problem I have spending $35 for a game that wouldn't make much sense for a small streamer. No, I mean, I don't know about that. Like, play the game for fun, right? But I would make the argument, CT, that the directory and the category does feel a bit underserved. A lot of people went hard. Not a lot of people are still going. You have some, like, fan favorites and some classic OG names, but I think there's a lot of room for growth. And then if the game does get fixed, which obviously we know it will. We believe in the product. We believe in, you know, Paradox. Like, they're going to do it. When that happens, that'll be like, you know, City Skylines Resurgence 2.0, right? A lot of new people will be coming. But, like, you know, if you look on Twitch, right, there's maybe like 5, 10, 15 people tops at once streaming the game. And then, I don't know about YouTube, maybe a bit wider because of the language stuff, but it's not really like there's a lot of streamers here. And fundamentally, everyone plays this game just differently enough that you can just enjoy everyone's style. Or like where you maybe live in Europe, you might find someone that kind of like lives close to you and you build something that feels similar and it's like, oh, I recognize what you're up to. That's cool. And then the fact that we play it differently, it's fun to compare, you know? That's OG game, eh? Oh my god, 402! 402, I love you. The stress. The stress. Alright, so services to come through. We either need to do expansion to the highway, which will be adding some lighting. Sneaky little mechanic. Jan, what up, dude? 402, I wish I could just like, load up the save I had with Panda just to show you, eh? Showboy, not too bad, man. Is this still... Yeah, dude. One more week until our big break. And I feel like I'm a little bit checked out already, you know? No spoilers. I will literally not spoil anything, but I don't want to, like, misuse the knowledge, but I want to try to use the knowledge that I have. And Panda and I are just, like, a little bit further ahead. So much FOMO. To start planning for next year. What big break? We are going camping on Vancouver Island next week. It'll be my 40th birthday. Big milestone birthday. I have some friends from the Twitch side of the online world that are coming to visit. And so we're renting a minibus. We're getting 2 campsites together. Going to the island and having a grand old time. Can I sneakily pull this off? I think so, right? We just need to talk to like one of these and then that'll bring power over. But we should connect some of the roads together. Oh, no, wait. The rails bring power. Well, that makes sense. They have the overhead catenary. Oh, yeah, of course, eh? Oh, they have internet on computers now. That's sometimes how I feel like how I sound, you know? You're like, okay, Jedi. Make a campsite in the city. Yes, dude. That would be fun. That's where we have the lake. We're supposed to build like a national park over there. The old snow squirrel hiking grounds, eh? My dad built 3 ships for BC ferries. That is so random and so cool. They talk about that, though, Jan, how it's like a lack of domestic production for this kind of stuff. You know, we always seem to like outsource. And the latest rounds of ships are being made by a Chinese company, and everyone was like outraged by that. But then the BC ferries people were like, well, no Canadian companies put a bid in. And everyone was like, oh. I'm going to go the whole way. This will look nice at night. And in real life, you have absolutely lights on your highways in your city. In the boonies, sure. Maybe there's not, but... So it's crazy. I feel like this is like the least amount of actual like zoning and like road building, but we've done so much for the city. Like highway transformation, laying ground on a new small town. This is crazy talk, yo. Yeah, so as far as like vanilla assets go, is there enough to make a convincing campground? I know we have that like one campsite park piece we can put down. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, and where one of our connection points was, I need to add our lighting upgrade. I don't think that's enough connection that we actually made it. Nifty mechanic, though, eh? But I wanted to see... Yeah, okay, so here. That would now connect it, I believe. Oh, bottleneck for electricity. Cool. And an actual issue. I like that. Yeah, New York just went through a phase of just turning off stretches of streetlights before finally updating them to LEDs and then powering them on again years later. I kind of miss the yellow amber like lighting thing though, eh? You know, like, in air quotes, like the night feeling, how it's so different now. How do you bring in custom vehicles in this game to get rid of the vanilla ones? You have to download a vehicle that would not be a prop, but would like override the civilian ones. But then you'd have to have a mod that would like remove the... Because in Cities 1, it was like a vehicle selector, and you could just literally get rid of vanilla vehicles. I don't know if that exists yet for number 2. Yeah, does that exist? Yeah, vehicle replacer. Does that exist for Cities 2? I miss the yellow lights, but I'll take LEDs over no light. Oh, for sure. It's cool, 2402. The places that do the, you know, the blue lighting for, like, the calmer, less crime or whatever, like, tactic they're trying with that. Is that a little demand for offices? Yes, dude, it is. And what's kind of crazy is we've zoned a few offices throughout. And they are getting tall. Like, I wasn't planning on those guys being tall, but, like, that's nice. But we have to build a bit more of the height up. But if you look, the demand kind of, like, goes on its own. It goes up, a few buildings increase in density and size, and then the demand kind of, like, is, like, sorting itself out. Yeah, it's a few more. I know that Luann Platter would help with this kind of stuff, but just filling these squares in eventually too, eh? Yeah, you really want to see the offices go up in demand, because that's going to be making us so much money late game. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's RNG or what, but, like, give me, you know what I mean? Give me a full-size one here. How do I win this battle, right? How do I tell the game to be like, all right, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me some more motels, hotels, Holiday Inn. I lost an asset that was a hotel, funny enough. Hey, there you go. And then, same with industry, right? I feel like that's kind of cycling. Oh, power, power, power. Yes, yes, yes. Power to the people. Maybe small town. Let the highway kind of move some of the power around too, right? Where's our connection point? Oh, it only comes from that side, eh? Oh, okay. No, let's go to the other side of the street. In regards to the hotels and motels, I wish we had the ability to custom our commercial zones. That, unfortunately, is bottlenecking. Oh, holy hot dog, eh? Oh, they're not all talking to each other. That's an interesting one as well. I almost need a corridor to run along this side of the map. I can, like, meet up with the other side. Okay. Ideally, yes, brother. Perfect. Wires doing their thing. I don't think I intellectually realized this entire time that these weren't connected entities, these blue big cables. So I'm surprised we didn't actually run into the bottlenecking sooner, but that's good. It is good. But yeah, I remember, like, in the old days, right? Like, you would just specialize a district and then make that, like, X, Y, or Z. I feel like that needs to be a thing to help out with some, like, deeper levels of customization. Because right now, the game's going to RNG and then give you what it thinks would work well there. If you have a lot of, like, tourist-style activities, that has, like, a higher chance of a hotel then coming in. You can't exactly, like, zone a hotel, which is kind of like, well, that's counterproductive, right? All right, so small town assets, small town feel. This is kind of becoming a bit more commercial peoples on this side. Industry will be part of this, though, but I'm trying to make it seem like this just cuts the city in half. So maybe people on both sides, bit of shopping, outskirts is farming, and industry. And so, yeah, like a small town city hall. Let's see if we can find something like that. Oh, actually, that would be under our police assets. Administration. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool, actually. This game's missing the specialized industrial zones. Yeah. You have a little bit of it with the, what are they called? You know, these guys here, right? But I don't think this... It's not bad, but it's not quite right. And I really yearn for, the... Gosh, what was it called? The, Industries DLC. Like, all of that was so cool. Like, warehouses, supply chains. 402, do I need to worry, or are you installing this game fast, eh? All right. Okay, so no left. It's like 15 crazy. Oh my god. R2, I love you. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, that's fun. That I think has like the right kind of vibe, eh? A little bit San Diego almost. All right, so nothing more Americana than having a nice water tower. And I think for the sake of just like simplicity, let's bring one of these roads in and we'll like arterial connect these bad boys, you know? 402 is a legend. This is true. The game is 150 gigs. That's insane. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? So Panda has not played very deep into Baldur's Gate. And she just done a ton of Dungeons and Dragons, right? I'm going to save really quickly because I'm kind of nervous because moving stuff with the Move It mod has been a little bit funky. This is our 23rd stream. That is so cool, dude. You know what's really funny too is YouTube by default has a translate feature for the chat. YouTube very multilingual, and so you writing no you like NOU, it thinks you're trying to write in French, and so I have an auto translate feature that showed it's translating to us, and then Romy saying no ooh that went to you cry. And what's really weird is it only shows the translation on one of my chats. It's good, c'est bien. Oh, weird, weird. Yeah, see, that's weird, dude. Like in OBS, the translate does not work, but then on like the YouTube, you know, whatever page, studio page, it does. Comment ça va? How are you? That's so cool. Ça va bien, merci. Ben oui, ça va. Ça marche. Ça fonctionne. Ben oui. All right, I'm going to Archie this bridge because we don't have enough of those yet. Oh, no. Oh, no. Almost. Try that again. No, I'm talking about the one where you zone in using a district. I'm not talking about ploppable. No, that's what I'm talking about too, eh? I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I missed that feature, dude. Like specializing commercial districts and all that stuff, right? Like, that was nice. Listen, the real piece of good news that no one's focusing on is, you know what's really good to have way in the rearview mirror? Teethgate. I still can't believe that was the case, eh? The 4K rendering of teeth. And people are like, hi, my video card melted because of your game. It's like, ooh, awkward. Oh, the way the farm zone. Oh my god, farms now are so, ugh, you know? That's a good shout too, dude. Yeah, that's cute. I almost wish the truss was like a bit taller and wider. Let's try that. Just nervous with the Move It mod though, eh? I'm sure you'll be fine though. Baldur's Gate 3, baby! I saw someone post to the Baldur's Gate subreddit this morning for the Steam sale that the previous Baldur's titles, which were like a decade old, most of them went up like a few dollars in price, so that, like, in air quotes, the Steam sale brought it back down to like the old normal price, you know? And it's kind of like, that's deceiving. Games that are like 10, 15, 20 years old that are still full price, or you have to like rent them, like you pay for Prime and you have to like spend $6 to rent a video. It's like, I feel like we're getting very close to Blockbuster coming back, you know? This is just Blockbuster Video with extra steps right now. Or like if you want to watch like a Halloween movie, it's free in August. You got to pay for it in October, right? Oh yeah, no, we can't do that here. So, if you can imagine, I can. This could be a good spot here for an interchange. Oh, that's true. Because that can be like a road that goes this way for meandering. It could. Yeah, I wonder, like a physical Blockbuster location. Renting your medias again. How about you rent PCs instead of the games? Oh my god, dude, at this point, I just feel like we're also coming full circle for the size of applications that, like, you might as well just sell a game on a hard drive now. And then have a hard drive be like a cartridge from the old days where you just, like, you know, USB 3 slotted in from the outside. And you just lend out your, like, hard drive cartridge to someone else, right? I think we'll start seeing modern arcades come back. Yeah, they're just, like, the value proposition's funky, right? If you go to, you know, like, Rec Room, all those places, right? Like, the digital tickets, you know, all that stuff, and, like, you scan and swipe your digital card. Oh, that just feels wrong and lame. Like, just kick it old school, you know what I mean? Right now, if I downloaded a game that big, it would almost fill my main drive up. I only have 227 left. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go too far below that then. Hard drives aren't super expensive right now, but they're not exactly cheap the way they were a few years ago. But then luckily, like, internet packages get faster and faster and faster, so you don't really need to have all these games installed. You just, like, you know, install on demand. Is that Blockbuster in the workshop? I had it downloaded. I might still have it downloaded. But yeah, heck yeah, dude. Bring that stuff back, right? Okay, that's cool. So now we're connected. We got arterial roads. We can kind of see a bit of the grid wanting to form through here. It's like the same but slightly different too, which I like. We're not chasing perfect symmetry here. Or TBRB 10-4. Yeah, I do have a Blockbuster right now, dude. No. What happened to that asset, I wonder, eh? I think it's on a different playset. Alright. So we've lost the point of contact. There we go, where the bridge is. And so that should now be small town getting... Perfect, okay. Water treatment in general is doing great, but I think this looks nice out here. Like these two, especially paired together, looks nice. I misplaced the M.2 screw that came with my Mobo, so I had to buy some. Good to have just like, you know those like generic boxes? To just have like all types of screws and connectors. That's so good to have. Or anytime you like rip apart a PC or like whatever, just keep the extras, you know? All right, let's go for like big old park. We can do the cemetery park behind us here. Perfect. And again, the Move It mod's been funky. Please don't break. Thank you. Cute. And we'll get a little bit of parking in here. And I think for the small town feel, if we have the roads that have the parking squares already in them, like, you know, the diagonal and the parallels that kind of like roll with them, that's small town. That's small town. That's cinema, baby. Oh, yeah, brother. You know what's funny, too? I'm just trying to think of, like, when we're back, some other games to play. Anytime I've done, like, a poll or asked, like, generic questions, everyone's like, play CS1! It's, like, so funny to me. I think, like, after our camping trip, though, like, I really am going to try to, like, retune and retool. And I think we're going to try, like, another regular day on the YouTubes. Just so we can play something besides Skylines. Even though I love this game and, like, our franchise is built around it, I think more simulation. And then, you know, we play some newer mainstream games. Could start getting a little bit of growth if we're not, you know? If we're not too careful, might end up growing this channel again, eh? Most places on Amazon had the box of multiple types of PC screws. Not great rating. Oh, you gotta go to, like, Best Buy or something and just buy, like, the generic box. By the way, good to have. Okay, nice parking lot. That is connected. Yeah, a few more, like, squared off big asset things in here first, eh? Did you do some new save for City Skylines original? Did you utilize the new content? Yeah, Yang, I've had a few people ask. Like, it would be a good kind of, like, throwback and fun, right? My goal is to kind of start growing the channel again. I think, like, for the moment, we're kind of keeping, like, the OGs. You guys who are here, like, I'm trying to keep you guys happy. It's been so long since we make content. You guys, like, showing up, that's just tremendous. But this game is, like, you know, years old. And then, like, Skylines 1 is over a decade old. So I don't know how many, like, new people we'd really get from a run in that, but... Actually, you know what would look nice in here is the Urban Promenade. The fact that we're, like, very mismatched, though, I don't think that's bad. It might add some character, but... Yeah, let's start with that. So, Urban Promenade. And then maybe, like, the school in here, so it's kind of like that central square thing. Been listening while playing some Minecraft. Oh, up and coming indie game, Steven. That's a weird one. Minecraft is older than time, it feels like. And that game still just prints metrics, eh? Whereas these kind of games, they feel niche, but they really are awesome. And they would appeal to so many people. But it's kind of tough to get the word out for these, eh? Oh, a baseball diamond. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm not talking about replacing this game, because Overcharge Egg and Senyak are back to playing both games again. Yeah, you know, I think you know what I'm trying to say, like, generically, though, right? Oh, different sizes. Hockey arena. We need more stuff. We literally need more stuff, dude. My goodness. Okay, sorry. Your plan here was the school. Yeah, stop getting distracted. Oh, a technical university. That'd be cool over here too, actually, eh? You have an outdoor rink? I do. I just feel like the outdoor rink doesn't make sense, though, because it's like winter, you know, and it's not winter, right? That's not quite where that wants to be. That's a bit better. Oh, no way. That's cool. That is so... Oh, that's awesome cool. Look, it still keeps part of the parking, too. Huh. I like this more than the parking. Wow, that's also cool. So what is this? A technical academy building. And then this is the library? Lecture hall. Huh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, no. Why are you guys using... Just so you don't bypass through the station. You can upgrade it to be a covered rink. Oh, really? Okay, well, let me pop that down then. Like in, you know, like in Toronto where I grew up, our outdoor rinks in the summertime would be tennis courts. They would be like dual purpose. Okay. Little dorky hockey rink. You'll love to see it, eh?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Radar readings indicate a tornado is approaching the city and will be visible soon.
No way. Okay, that's dorky, dude. That's so cool. No way, man. Huh. The pucks. Let's go, dude. Huh. I could believe that. All right, well, I guess we're getting some sports in here then, eh? Heck yeah, dude. All right, I think the baseball is going to have to go in then. Guys, I don't mean to be a broken record. It's just so helpful. If you haven't already, hit the like button. I'm assuming that you are already following, but double check, of course. These are free things you can do to help out our channel. I get a sports complex? Kind of. It's like a university campus. I was going to go for like the high school here, but a little bit of university with some sports. Just like small town-esque things here, right? It's just like our university campus is now like the size of the city, right? So it's like, huh. And the music is like epic for us just building this out right now, right? Okay, so I need like a classic... Oh, USA Southwest High School. That fits beautifully. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah. I'm definitely getting small vibes from here. And then next block out can be a little bit of industry and farm. Maybe like one more block of like some people or something, and then... That is so dorky, so simple, but so heckin' cute, eh? You done good here, kid. Thanks, mister. Why the angle, though, I wonder, eh? I don't know. These are questions I can't tell you. Yeah, I need more housing. We need, like, student housing, and then we need to just get, like, the cutesy whatever pack that we've been using. That, like, 1900s Americana. And then public transit buses. Like, holy smokes, man. We're building a whole new city here, it feels like. Well, we are, but I mean, like, you know. Well, we are, yes, but, you know, yes. Yes. And then this is a little bit controversial, but I'm going to try to make that into... Yeah, dude. One weird hybrid interchange. I like that. Oh, lifeguard towers. Oh, yes, yes, yes. This was a suggestion that came in on a comment many eons ago. We were asking for, like, suggestions for what to do with our small island, kind of like tourist area. And one of the suggestions was, like, a lifeguard station and a, like, little beach and stuff, right? So, yeah, cute. Come back to that. Oh, God. When did this happen? Oh, no. It's destroying the... Oh, no, dude. Oh, for God's sakes. On brand. Drink some coffee. Oh, dude, Full Radical. Full Radical, I almost missed... Hello. I missed your comments. What's up, man? Don't mind me. I'm just monologuing. I am well. I hope you're well today, too. Yikes. Yes. A little bit loud. Well, come back to that when it's ready to be rebuilt. That special Discord you're in, does it have all the keys? Yeah, literally, yes, dude. I keep forgetting to put more content in. Like, I don't have the skyscrapers. I keep thinking about that every single time I'm live, you know? Maybe I'll remember for next time. I need, like, a post-it note on my monitor. And then presumably anything that's, like, not available, I just have to ask for it. Alright, do you guys need an extra lane to help you with your turning? I think we are at that point. Yeah, there you go. That one can carry through. And then maybe like custom light here with the light sequences? Sure. Split phasing, allow turning on red. That should help. Asking for some trouble though, because we're not really offering a bypass here. And then we wanted an interchange if we could in here. Okay. Put your small town on hold for 1 second, but before you do that, just drop down, like, the fire station and whatnot. Alright, community fire station. Cute. Or give me, like, classic North American. That's not a bad choice. That one also. This is very iconic. That little style right there. Yep. Good thing you implemented those tornado-resistant building codes. Checks notes awkwardly and shuffles paper. Right, yes, exactly. All of those things that are compliant. What's that, Jedi? Nothing. Yeah, see, that's a little... I don't know, dude. I don't think you're allowed to block the, you know? The desire to roundabout this one. Just so it's a little bit faster, even though this would absolutely benefit from a roundabout. More traffic than I'd care for, but perhaps a bypass down the road. May not be able to finish it, but we should at least try to get the highway interchange started. Let me just drop down the rest of our thoughts right here. USA Medical. Perfect. And a Polizei. Modern police. Oh, cute. Perfect. I don't think it's a terrible choice there, kind of mixed in with the campus stuff, right? Maybe next to the parking lot, actually, by the baseball diamond. Yeah, that's a better spot. Okay, minus some schools. Cute little start. Functional enough. That's kind of nifty, eh? But we've, like, effectively established our new little small town. Love to see it. And that should be, like, a little arm coming down into a thing here. Get the leisure venue pack. I gotta get it all, dude. I literally gotta get it all. The skyscrapers interests me the most, I think, but I just have one of those, like, you know, I just have too much on my plate all the time kind of feelings. I don't mean to be such a busy boy, but trying to find a better semblance of balance to my schedule. We've got a bit more free time to catch up on our stuff, you know? That's kind of my goal for after camping. Like, just for, like, optimization with the last update, in case people are still, like, kind of curious about that, like, take a look and see. We're on 3-speed right now. Look at how fast this traffic is flowing. You can see a slowdown when the game needs to recalculate. You can literally see it when I'm moving nodes around, but it is a very big difference. Oh, the last 3 packs. I also want to try, like, for Cities 1, I want to try Race Day, dude. I was so sad that wasn't a Cities 2 product when I saw the trailer advertisement thing for it. I genuinely thought it was a Cities 2 thing. And I mentioned it. Everyone's like, no, that's Cities 1. And I was like, really? Cities 1's getting more content? Hello? Simple but cute. Gets the job done there, bud. And then, do we borrow from the same roundabout, maybe, for the other side? Hopefully not too busy. We are kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I like how the intersection marking kind of came up for that, especially that little curve right there. What a gem of a game. So much of that stuff, though, like, if it's all automatic, it does kind of, like, take away some of the little nitty-gritty fun, if that is up your alley. You know, like designing the intersection boxes yourself. And if it's all automatic, maybe they all look the same. That kind of takes away from that, like, charm that your city might have. You know, things are, like, kind of cutesy because you did them yourself. It's Hamburger Helper, and I helped. Oh. Not bad. Yeah, not bad, eh? Yeah. Just for, like, simple boony thing, too. I'll take it. Connection. Highway growing. Systems getting bigger. Small town. Yeah, dude. Out of nowhere, eh? And then the last item, which was the original thought for doing all this, is we need garbage pickup. Oh, it's shake and bake. Oh, son of a gun. Yeah, shake and bake. And I helped. Which one? What did Hamburger Helper have for its little slogan? Yeah, Mom made chicken and I helped. Graham, son of a gun. What do they say? If you want to learn a fact on the internet, just say the incorrect, you know? And then someone will correct you. Like, actually. But yeah, thank you for the factoid. Damn it, I'm wrong, you know? Oh, yeah. All right, so this is kind of a lot just to have, like, right here. So maybe a bit further out, eh? Graham, as a content creator, I, like, am confidently incorrect so often, but I have learned that it's good to have, like, just enough info to get the conversation started or, like, be close enough that you're in the same, like, ballpark. But then it gives a chance for someone, like, you know, like you, like right now, right? Like, you break lurk, you say hello, you give me some factoids. Like, that's cool. That's how it works, right? And I definitely, like, through my years of living, the more I go, the more I realize I don't know anything. I know enough to make it by, but my pursuit of knowledge is never ending. And I'm always open to be, you know, to learn something new, or, you know, if I'm mistaken, to learn, you know, the correct. You got to be, right? You got to be. I like that gently curves, but I might try to, like, box this a bit just to kind of be not a super box out here. But we have some symmetry. Kind of like that, you know? And this has to scale. Like, I don't want this to become just, like, giant big city feeling. This should stay small town. This should be the industry part with a little bit of farming, but, like, a small pocket for this area. And, like, the grid line should be slightly different than other parts of the city. That way, when we blend them together, it looks like they're distinctly different towns at one point. Oh, James, what up, man? Yo, is Skylines 2 better now? They fixed it. Fixing it fully hasn't, like, really happened. And I feel like, you know, just like Rome, you know? A city's not built in a day. A city's never really done being built, right? They're still building Rome. But I think they've had, including the hot fixes, like 5 now patches from the new developer. And it is a night and day difference. Please pay no mind to all of my icons that are sinking our ship here. But the last big update they put out a few days ago was a visual one with new ground textures and a bit of optimization. I can't even word, dude. So optimization, visualization, and then as a byproduct of this, the workshop is just absolutely exploding with content. The game is definitely in a spot where it's good enough to start, like, stacking custom content. So quite a few of these buildings here are custom ones from the workshop. They all play very well together. And the battle for traffic is always a fun one still. Like, functionality out of, like, a lot of these systems, it's really cool. Like, your city looks cool, but it actually works too. Like, almost everything you see here is functional in our port area. Is it better than CS1 now? CS1 is just different. CS1 was kind of cartoony. It has, like, a decade of content and, like, fixes and DLCs and stuff. Whereas this game, like, awkwardly switched developers. They're hitting home runs now, but it almost feels like this is now, like, Skylines 2.5. Like, a new game, even. Love when they explode with content. Mr. Chase, write that down. Yeah, it's been really, like, a fun journey. I'm enjoying this. And we waited a long time before we started, like, a nice YouTube series here, you know? I think we're having, like, tremendous fun. And we're learning lots. We're seeing some cool things materialize. Like the skyline. Look at that, eh? Oh, night and day compared to launch. It is on sale right now, too. So if you've been waiting for a price, like, that's, you know, up your alley. It's like $30 US, I think, right now. And then compared to Cities 1, for mathematical, like, how much time I'm playing, I am 1/3 my playtime compared to Cities 1 in the same timeline. Another tornado! Oh my god. Oh my god. But like, look at how cool this is, right? It's a functioning, living, breathing city with custom assets, hopes and dreams, traffic, skylines, metro, you know what I mean? It's cool. Oh, it'd be a shame if a tornado just, yeah, right, eh? Peter, how's your day going? CS1, I was bogged down with fires. CS2, I'm bogged down with tornadoes. Y'all, we're at our 2-hour mark, which is somehow I don't understand. I don't mean to, like, abruptly end, but I am trying to, like, stick to my schedule. But I swear, every single time we play this, by the end, I just want more. I'm ready, and not for vacation. Wait, is that good or bad? I mean, not for... I want to see you, but I'm not looking forward to my... Yeah, what's wrong with the East Coast trip, eh? All right, guys, give me your last-minute thoughts here. Otherwise, we got to wrap up. Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific, we stream for 2 hours, some city skylines. Next week, we're going to have no streams. I'm going camping. I'll make a post about that. We're going camping. We'll be back the week after, and we're going to have a slightly different schedule for the Twitch and the YouTube. So we'll see how it goes, but expect us Tuesdays and Fridays for the Skylines journey. I think we're going to try adding another game to the rotation. Maybe a story one even. Can't wait. I'll see you guys on the other side for sure. Tremendous fun so far in this city. I can't wait to see this through. When will you be on Twitch? No Twitch next week. There might be a small stream for some funsies with the squad coming to visit. Otherwise, probably some Discord content. But you'll know. You'll know. Now, I was going to see about a job, but my cousin's probably out of town. Damn, dude. Well, that's frustrating. There's still stuff to do. East Coast, you know. There's options, but... You'll figure it out. Don't stress. But yeah, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'll see you guys in a week and change, 2 weeks or whatever the timeline will be. Much to do. Maybe we have a new update or some word on what's happening next by then. And yeah, I can't wait. I'll be dreaming about the city skylines, eh? Some pre-recorded videos? Possibly. Those might be shown on Twitch or something. We'll make some content, I think, out in the field. But I may not have enough service to actually stream from there, though. Man, what a great city. All right, friends, you're wonderful. Stay hydrated. Be good. Enjoy the games. Enjoy your vacation from me as well. And you come back with stories and some fun times to tell me about, eh? I'll see you soon. Take care. Be hydrated. Be beautiful. Be merry. Do proud things. Make me proud. We'll see you guys soon, eh?